Dominate your depositions. This Agile Law Deposition Academy video will help you avoid being on the tail end of court decisions like the ones you just saw. Today's topic is transcript awareness. The transcript is the most important part of your deposition because when the deposition is over, you will rely on the transcript for your summary judgment motions, motions in limine, and your trial preparation. So it's vital that while you're taking your deposition, you remain mindful of the fact that the transcript is the ultimate result of the deposition, and you work during the deposition to ensure that the transcript is easy to read and understand. Even if you have the most amazing admissions from the other side's witnesses in their depositions, those admissions are useless if they're not clear when you read the transcript. Now, in this video, we're going to review some of the most common errors that lawyers make when they're taking depositions and how those errors can make the transcript difficult or even impossible to use. And then we'll talk about the best ways to avoid making those mistakes in your depositions. In this excerpt, I asked the witness about the spilled milk in the teacher's classroom. Let's listen in. Atlas, were you in the classroom when the milk was spilled?
Mm-hmm.
Who did you see?
I saw David.
David Green or David Anderson?
Green.
Who else?
Michael, Bob, and Mitch.
Are those the brothers or they aren't?
That's right.
Who are the teachers in the room?
I know there was a teacher because she was singing a song.
Was it the homeroom teacher?
Do you mean Miss Neely?
I do.
You do? No, I don't think so.
Well, what I don't understand is how you did not see who spilled the milk. Because if you were in the
I told you 100
it's not
times. I
that
just
big.
turned. I didn't
Even
know.
Okay. I'm showing you Exhibit 1 on the iPad. That's a map of the classroom. Show me where you were on the map when you discovered the milk was spilled.
Right here.
Up there?
Yes, here.
Now, let's review the transcript and see how this deposition came out. The first problem comes immediately on lines 1 and 2 when our witness, his name is Atlas by the way, responds with uh-huh and nods his head. Nonverbal responses or informal words like uh-uh or uh-huh, head shakes or nods are either not recorded on the transcript at all or often they're recorded incorrectly. So it is critical that when a witness responds this way, you remind them to respond with a yes or a no. Generally, in this situation, you should repeat the question again and then have the witness respond with their discernible answer. That process will give you a clean question followed by an answer on the transcript. The second problem comes on lines 7 through 10, when Atlas responds to my question and his response is not clear because I ask a compound question. Let's review that clip briefly.
Michael, Bob, and Mitch.
Are those the brothers or they aren't?
That's right.
In the clip, you see that I start my question and then react to Atlas's nonverbal answer and immediately ask a second question. His nonverbal response is not recorded in the transcript, so the result is a compound question and a confusing answer. This exchange illustrates two different problems. The first one is that I respond again to Atlas's nonverbal gesture, and the second problem is that I ask a compound question and it's not clear by reading the transcript alone which of the questions Atlas was answering. If possible, you should always avoid compound questions because they can create confusion when reading the transcript afterwards. The third problem comes on the bottom of the first page, lines 14 through 17. In this exchange, I ask a question and then Atlas responds with a question. I answer Atlas's question, he responds with a question, and then an answer. If you read the transcript, it is apparent this part of the transcript is very confusing. The most important thing to take away here is that you should try to avoid answering the witness's questions and getting into an exchange where the witness is allowed to ask questions and then answer. The next problem comes at the beginning of the second page when Atlas and I begin talking over each other. In this situation, it is almost impossible for the reporter to accurately transcribe what multiple people are saying at the same time. Even if the court reporter is able to accurately transcribe what is being said, the resulting transcript will be almost impossible to use. The final problem is perhaps the most common error both in depositions and in trials. I ask Atlas where he was, and he responds right here and points to the exhibit. Unfortunately, when you read the transcript, we have no idea where here is. To prevent this common error, ask the witness to physically mark on the exhibit where they were, so you can look at the exhibit and see the witness's mark. If you are using the AgileLaw deposition software, the software automatically creates a copy and keeps both the original and the witness's copy showing where the witness marked. If you do not have the AgileLaw deposition software, then you must describe exactly where the witness is pointing, so when you read the record or transcript later on, you can tell exactly where the witness indicated. Here are some tips to help you stay aware of the transcript. Practice. When you are in normal conversation, work on making a mental note when the person you are talking with responds non-verbally or with an uh-huh. If you work on picking it up in your everyday conversations, then it will be easy during a deposition. Pace yourself during the deposition. Make sure you process the witness's answer before you proceed to the next question. If you work methodically, then you are more likely to pick up on a response that may be unclear on the transcript. Use video. The video will give you a safety net if the transcript is unclear, and it will show the witness's demeanor, which may be relevant at trial. Use streaming transcript technology. It allows you to read the transcript in real time. It does take getting used to reading what you say in real time, but it's a great way to stay aware of the transcript. Finally, have the witness mark on an exhibit whenever they indicate a location. The mark will create a physical record of where they have pointed and will allow you to backtrack and see what they're indicating when you read the transcript later. Thank you for watching Transcript Awareness. Dominate your next deposition with AgileLaw's Deposition Academy.